My name is Kemper. I do watercolors, paintings. I've done the St. Louis Art Festival since its near beginning. You're looking at original watercolors. I draw them with a pen and ink. I work at night. I'm lucky enough to go to my studio at 8 or 9 o'clock at night, and I work through the night. When the world settles down, I work out of my head, and it's my travel logs. Once I found paint, I was good. There's an element of self-portraiture in all of them, but I grew up in a family. My mother is also a painter who's done outdoor shows. And so I grew up around somebody who did self-portraits my whole life, and I grew up in a house full of her work. And so I think in the end run of that and that experience and being around that, I also do something in a similar vein, very different. Our work is so dissimilar now, but it's about my perspective on the world and my internal and exterior world. I always have sketchbooks. I doodle all the time, and I transfer sketches onto paper, and then I just start painting. And I started doing some backpacking trips around the world, and I started doing these little watercolors, these postcards to write on the back of and send to friends. I talked to my mom at one point. She's like, a couple months in, these still watercolors, you should think about saving some of these. You could have a show of those when you get back. And I lived in Napa at the time, and I got back from a 6-month trip with all like 40-some little paintings, watercolors. And I just worked out of my head. It was different for me, because I'd always worked more representationally. My father was a translator of Mandarin during the Vietnam War. For years he did that, and then Mom brought the chops back from China. They're my last name and her first name, so I've always honored our family and her and put them in all the paintings. So I had a show at St. Spree Winery, and I sold a bunch of paintings, and I applied to a couple of outdoor shows, and the ball started rolling. And I just started working out of my head. It was very fulfilling for me, and here I am down the road. I'm here now.